Patrick, hit us with some stats, won't you?
God damn this movie. Oh, boy. Between Worlds was released on December 21st, 2018, with a budget of, who knows? Couldn't find it anywhere.
However much it costs to borrow the director's house for a weekend.
Well, we know 1/5 of Jack Daniels is like $30, so that was Nick Cage's pay for this. Yeah.
Wonder if they got somebody on the crew hospitalized so they could cheaply use a hospital room for a couple of scenes. That probably wasn't. Or they volunteered him. I don't know.
Nick accidentally hit the guy in the head with the bat for real. It's right in a hospital scene. This was directed by Maria Pulera, who has only directed two things. This and a film called Falsely Accused from 2016 that has a lower IMDb rating than Between Worlds does somehow.
Wow. Yikes.
Oh, hey, she moved up a little bit.
Yeah. She also wrote this movie.
Yep.
So I don't think she's ever working again. She has some credit, like she's working on some TV show or something at this point, but not great. There was a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I read about in like an interview where she really wanted to push the envelope on this thing, and the producer was like, "Do you know what you're doing?" And apparently, no, she did not. No, she did not at all. These are going to be like, this is like the stats portion of the show, and the quick facts are going to go real fast.
I'm honestly surprised it was directed by a woman because of the amount of shots of supposedly underage girls' ass and tits throughout most of the movie.
Yeah.
She's
well,
18.
They did say 18.
All right.
So we could get rid of the statutory rape.
Almost statutory.
Almost.
Borderline.
This was shot by Thomas Hench, I think is how you say his name. Has shot a lot of shorts and TV, but hasn't worked on anything since doing this film. Loose term.
Ouch.
This one's hilarious to me because it sounds like the exact same thing happened on this movie that happened on Dying of the Light. So the auteur director made an absolute pile of shit, handed it over to the producer, and they were like, "What the fuck are we supposed to do with this terrible movie?" And they handed it to this guy named Tim Solano, who also edited Dying of the Light. And as we talked about on our Dying of the Light episode, that was the production company desperately trying to make a film that was actually worth a shit out of whatever Paul Schrader made. Mm-hmm. So kind of the same thing happened over here. He has worked a few times with Paul Schrader, including on The Canyons, that Bret Easton Ellis adaptation starring Lindsay Lohan and the porn star. I forget the porn star's name, that guy. He's in everything. He's in every
Johnny
porn.
Sims?
No, the
Johnny
other one.
Sims, yeah.
Fabio?
James Dean or something like
James
that.
Dean.
That's a real guy, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a real porn star.
Not that James Dean.
No, the actor James Dean.
Yeah, he's sort
dead.
of his career's sort of on the out since it came out that he's a rapist, kind of.
Aren't they all, though? You know. Was anybody shocked that fucking Ron Jeremy raped some people?
I know James Dean was really popular with women because he's really attractive, but then it was sort of like came out that he's kind of sort of a rapist. So,
I mean, if you've ever watched a scene with him in it, you can kind of see it. Like, he's really abusive.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever seen any of that. Anyways, The Canyons also didn't really benefit from Tim Solano's masterwork. 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. That one was like controversial. It was like the return of Lindsay Lohan, but I think it was more that James Dean was the co-star. Is that the right guy? Is it James Dean?
I don't know. I do remember her being in a movie with a porn star and being very controversial and not reviewed very well.
Yeah, that was it. That was that movie.
I didn't realize that was a Schrader film.
That was a Schrader film, yeah.
sounds like a Schrader thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And then you put your penis in her vagina.
Let's do it for real, though. Just rape her if she's not willing.
Oh my
Just
God.
go
Okay.
for it. I know you're good at that.
Jesus.
Music by... So they somehow... I don't know how the fuck they managed to do this, but they somehow talked Angelo Badalamenti, who we have talked about a few times now, who has... he's a David Lynch staple. Worked on Twin Peaks. He did the theme for Twin Peaks and all that. All the music throughout, has a very distinct style. Worked with David Lynch a lot. We previously talked about him on our Wild at Heart and Industrial Symphony episodes. Mm-hmm. But he is somehow responsible for the main theme of this film.
Which is...
I don't know.
Yeah, where?
But
where
apparently
the
guy who came in and actually composed the music for it took all of his cues from that theme and then tried to emulate David Lynch.
I wonder if it's the opening song.
That's what I thought.
Music, because that was the only music that seemed produced. The rest sounded like
garbage.
Somebody says in the breakdown, a cat playing on a Casio keyboard.
I don't often pay attention to music in movies, but holy fuck,
dude.
God.
They beat you over the head in this one with
it's so bad, dude. So badly done. And I could see, like, you can hear what they were going for with, the David Lynch vibe. But, like, god damn, dude, you failed. You failed. Failed badly. This was sadly the last thing on his credits before he died in 2022. I'm like, god damn, what a shitty thing to bookend your career with.
Yeah. Well, at least it was the theme. You probably worked on it over a weekend.
Yeah, probably. I think it was something he had left over from, they even said that, like Maria Pulera in her interview said that it sounded like it was something that he had previously worked on but never put out. It was probably actually from the Twin Peaks revival, and he just was like, "Here, take it. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, give me some money and get away.
Yeah.
Let me die in peace."
The actual composer who's responsible for most of the fucking wonderful music in this film was Jason Salowski, who's been working as a professional composer for over 30 years with over 100 credits to his name. Not a single one, though, have I heard of besides Between Worlds. So, yeah. Ratings, this has a 33%, 3.3 out of 10 on 21 reviews. So technically it has a better rating than Dying of the Light, because I think Dying of the Light had like an 8% or some shit.
How did a third of the people that review this were like, hey, yeah, that's good?
I mean, I guess if you take it as a comedy, I guess, but it's still not. It still fails on everything that it tries to do. Like, it's an ugly, badly shot film with stupid music and weird character motivations and characters who are completely out of character from one scene to the next. It's just bad.
Yeah.
But it gets worse here. So the audience score, 79%. What in the fuck? How the fuck does this have a 79%?
Fucking fentanyl is a horrible drug.
Yeah, that must be.
79% of the people who reviewed this thing. It wasn't like a huge number.
They're among us.
They're everywhere. Apparently, they're just something in the water.
Oh, God. It's turning a freaking Frotski.
Hold on. I'm going to look it up.
I'm interested to know how many people shoot this.
Who the hell's going out of their way to rate Between Worlds on IMDb and give it a positive rating?
No, this was
Rotten Tomatoes?
Just on Rotten Tomatoes. So there are over 500 reviews.
And
it still has a 79% somehow. Though every one of them that I'm seeing here is a 1. So maybe there's something wrong with the the way that they're putting
That
it together.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they put out a hit. It's just been review bombed recently.
It might be.
Otherwise, it should
maybe
be a
it was review
masterpiece.
bombed by Maria Pulera and her friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's probably not that expensive to buy 500 bots to go upvote your, give a positive score to your piece of
Totally
trash.
true. Yeah.
It's a movie nobody cares about, so no one's going to notice.
Exactly.
Although I did see on Amazon, because I watched it on Amazon, it had a 4, almost 5-star rating.
Yeah, but people on Amazon only put movies on to have sex to or something. Background. That's all I use it for.
That's true.
Or when I have to watch a fine Nicolas Cage movie.
That's why I watch it. Metacritic score is a 24%, which is more in line with the critics, of course. 24% is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Letterboxd, of course, going back to the real idiot humans, but still 2.1, which is still
5?
too high. Yeah, out of 5.
Yeah,
so
that's still pretty high.
go like 42%.
Yeah,
Which
what
is-
the hell?
I mean, normal mouth breathing morons are like, yeah, this movie's great.
Hey, I fall into that category and I still don't
true,
support
true.
these reviews.
Yeah.
As we said once, we're above average mouth breathers. Barely. And then IMDb gave it a 3.9 out of 10, which seems way too fucking high as well.
That seems really high too.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh man, yeah. I don't even want to go down that. Yeah, we could just pass over, but it's just that blows my mind. These reviews are way higher than I thought they would. Although when I did see that Amazon review, I was like, oh fuck, this might be a trend. I didn't think Rotten Tomato would be so high. I thought maybe IMDb, because IMDb and Amazon seem to be, well, they're the same company now, aren't they? So they always seem to be pretty close. I think Amazon bought them.
Amazon bought every single everything. I think they own everything now.
Yeah.
Including the United States.
They
Did not get a cinema score, shockingly.
what?
I was really hoping.
Whoa.
A+.
Did it get a cinema release?
I don't think so.
No, I know it was straight to streaming, wasn't it?
Oh, did I say what the gross was? The budget was nothing.
Nothing was nothing. You don't know.
I have no idea.
But I don't think you said the gross.
I did not say the gross. So the gross was $146,339.
So it
Probably
did
had
get
some
released
limited release somewhere.
I probably like some indie
China,
theater.
500 theaters somewhere or something.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. I think it was probably like the premiere and then maybe a limited release wherever it premiered, Alabama or wherever the fuck this piece of shit was filmed.
Mobile.
Yeah, or Biloxi.
Biloxi.
Everything ties back to Biloxi.
Yep.
We've had some
Every great
bangers.
film.
Yeah, they mentioned like 2 cities in this movie, Biloxi and Mobile. So
Yeah.
there you go.
That's all there is. It's like she said that she loved Alabama. She's like, Alabama's so cool. And I was like, are you out of your fucking mind?
That's the
Are you
closest thing to
smacked out of your
Germany.
head?
That's the closest state to Germany. Okay.
Yeah, maybe she grew up in Eastern Germany. I don't know.
Yeah.